pictorial way? Who could ask me the question in a pictorial way?
Isn't it 3 loaves of bread and 16 people, and they all want an equal amount of bread?
Thank you. Right? And so, equal amount of bread. And when we do it the Rhind Papyrus way, what are the things that later mathematicians discovered and how they answer the questions? What are the things, when we do Egyptian fractions? What are the answers? What are the restrictions in the answers?
What they said, the numerator is always 1.
Yes, the numerator is always 1. And what's the other one? What's the other restriction?
Denominators are always different.
Yeah, the denominator has to be different if there are many pieces, right? And so, this is known to become Egyptian fractions, or fractions based on the Rhind Papyrus. Now, who was this person who brought this?
Henry Rhind.
Thank you. Right, so Henry Rhind, but he also have a fuller name, and it's called
Alexander Henry.
Yes, Alexander Henry Rhind. And how did he manage to bring this kind of fraction into the world?
Did he write to the newspaper about it?
Well, he didn't, because at the time, when he encountered the Rhind Papyrus, nobody can understand what it is.
Right.
Basically, this man called Alexander Henry, who was born in the Highlands and roamed the streets of Inverness.
So that's Route 66.
he went to Egypt and bought a copy of this manuscript. Now, these manuscripts are really like, it's like you go to a fair today and you see this artwork and writing and books. It's like that. Yeah, you go and, I'll buy that, I'll buy that. And he managed to get hold of it, not knowing what's in it.
Why would you buy it?
Just imagine I'm walking out the fair with like a Tutankhamun hat on and
Yes.
scripts, and they'd be like, some biscuits.
So they are really trading these things at the time. And now it's illegal to do such things. It's really illegal to buy them. It has to go through the government, because this kind of pieces of paper belongs to the world. It's just to the cultural background of the whole world. So if you find that you kind of stealing these things and keeping this, you are going to be prosecuted, right? It's like stealing a painting from a museum, right? One of the paintings just been stolen recently, right? And it's really a bad way to steal, because you keep hiding it, because if you show it, everybody will know, that you stole such a painting. Okay. So anyway, later on, in maybe parts of your history, there's a central stone that makes people understand the old Egyptian language. And what is this famous stone? Yeah, it's a famous stone where inscribed the different translation of an Egyptian language into a different form of language. And this enables the people to disappear what it means. And yes, Chloe said there, it's the Rosetta Stone. Right? Okay, enough of history. Right? Because when I was teaching previously, people always complained that I'm not really teaching them proper maths. I just talk about history. Okay. So now I would like to show a few things from your friends, but how they did it. And the beautiful thing about this way of doing fractions is that there could be many answers, right? There could be many answers, and they could be both right. Yeah. So in the modern way of doing fractions, there could be one answer, right? There could be one true answer. But the Rhind Papyrus way, there could be a few answers. And so, I'm going to show you some of your classmates' work. So this is from one of your classmates, if you recognize his handwriting. And so you got an answer here. The first one is 3 loaves of bread shared between 16 is, the first piece is called 1 over 24, right? And the next one is 1 over 32, right? That's one form of answer, right? And we're going to talk now whether that answer is correct or not. And we're going to see how was your classmate thinking through, right? Because that's really the aim, is to get people to think. The second one is this one, very different. Here there are no, there's not, do it in a very numerical way. And so here the first answer was different, and the second answer is also different, right? So that's one way of doing it, and the other one is, let me see. Yes, here's the other one. There's a lot of drawings in here. Yeah, so this is the drawing way, which is also valid. I'm going to do some drawings now, and let's start working this out, alright? We got 3 loaves of bread.
Sourdough or plain base?
So basically, do it like this. Now, we got 16 people, right? And there's only 3.
Yeah.
Right? So do you have notes? So you can share 3 with 16. So what you do is you cut this, right? If we cut this into 2, how many? If we cut this into half, how many halves would you have?
6.
6. But there are 16 people. So you cannot
cut
share
it
6
again.
among the 16. So you said into half doesn't work. What if you cut it into thirds? How many thirds would you have?
9.
9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 shared between 9 pieces shared between 16 doesn't work. So you have to cut it into quarters. If I cut this into quarters, how many pieces would you have?
12.
Well, there's 16 people. You still can't do it. So you cut it into fifths, right? If you cut each one into 5 pieces, how many pieces would you have?
15.
Well, there's 15 pieces, but there's 16 people. So it still doesn't work. So the next cut would be
6.
6 pieces. And if I cut 6 pieces on this, how many would that be, all in all? 18 pieces. And 18, can you share that between 16 people?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the idea. So what happened now is, for some of you,
I thought you could only half it.
you could also do that. We'll go through your style.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah?
There's multiple answers.
Yeah? That's you can also do that. So here we cut them into 6 pieces. So here, there you go. What? 1, 2, 3. There you go. So we cut them into 6 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pieces. Now, here's what it is.
You comfy there, Saul.
Right? That piece, each piece, right? What do you call each piece?
6.
Sorry, what do you call each piece?
Me. Surely.
No, the other Sorley.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
who said
one-
Molly?
So here,
Molly,
one,
I'm muted.
yeah.
Yes, sorry, I wasn't aware of that.
Thank you. I can see some of you writing. So each piece is called 1/6, right? So we got here, watch carefully. We got here, this piece would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So each person have, each person have 1/6. There's 2 left. The 2 pieces, right? These 2 pieces are leftovers. What do you do with those 2 pieces?
Cut them up.
Cut them up. So there's 2 already, right? So here, how many times would you cut them up? So, these 2 pieces that's left, how many times would you cut it up? So you can have, say that again?
4 times.
4 times. So you cut each one 4 times and another 4 times. How many would you have?
16.
Well, you only have, if this is 1 piece, you cut it 4 times and 1 4, you only had 8 pieces.
Yeah, you cut it 8 times.
5 times.
Well, if you cut it each one 5 times, you only have 10 pieces. You cannot share with 16 people.
Yeah, but if you cut it across the middle.
Each piece, right?
8 times.
Yeah, even if you cut it across the middle, you still have 10 pieces, Phoebe.
Try 8.
Yeah?
8.
Yeah, 8.
8 times, right? Thank you, Amelie, for typing it in. Sometimes I don't see the comments while I'm explaining here. So here, we cut it 8 times, right? So basically, we have twice here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. There you go. But that's already 8. You have to do it to the other piece. Right?
Yeah.
So here, you cut that 8 times, 7 times, and it will make you 8 pieces. So now there's 16, right? And each one would have 1 piece each. Right? Because there are 16 people. Now the question is, what do you call each piece?
1 is 6. Cut into 8. Jesus.
What do you call each piece?
It's a 6 divided by 8. What the hell's that?
It's 1 8. I'm not sure actually. I can't remember.
Oh, thank you for that. So
Wait.
each piece is
6
1
times
8, right? But
148.
It's
remember,
148.
You stole that.
how did you work that out?
Thanks for that.
In pictures.
Well, because there's 8, there's the 6th divided it by 8, so that then you just do 6 times 8.
Okay. So that's by using the number method. But in pictures, and which I always go back into, which is the explanation of what you just said, Phoebe, is what you do, what you do to the visible, you do to the invisible. These pieces here are gone. They've been shared between 16 people. You still have to cut them. You cut what's the visible, you also have to cut the invisible. So in this case, this one has to be cut right there, all the way through, right? All of them. So to make a shortcut, you just do it like this. This is the whole, right? So we're only considering this. Yes? So here, basically we only count this, right? This is 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, right? 8 plus 8, 8 plus, so these are 8 pieces here, another 8, 16, 24,
32.
32, 40, 48. So each piece is 1 out of 48. So your answer is 1 over 48. So the answer, 3 divided by 16, 3 loaves divided by 16, your answer is 1/6 plus 1/48.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
What does that equal if you add them up?
If you add them up, it would equal to, if you add them up, it would equal to the modern way of computing, which is your modern answer.